You know, I really wish that we didn't have to sit down and have this conversation, but after the recent leak at Miss Universe with the video going on around their marketing strategy and fake inclusivity and all of the things that were said during that meeting, I think that we have no choice as part of the, pageant community, pageant fans, me being a pageant content creator, and a lot of these things to just address what is going on and how it is not normal, all of the changes, radical changes that have been going on with the organization in the past few months, past few years, especially since the takeover of JKN. In case you haven't heard about it, there is a leaked video of a meeting that was being held for Miss Universe where they talk about their marketing strategy, they talk about their goals for the upcoming pageant in 2024, and they also reflect in some of the things that they did in 2023 in the previous edition of Miss Universe. That seems like a very normal thing for any organization, for any company out there. However, the problem is what is being said and how it goes against every single value that Miss Universe have been feeding us for at least since JKN took over the organization. If you want to watch the full video, I'm sure that you can find it with a quick Google search. It's quite literally everywhere. Today, I'll just be summarizing what was said, the things that I consider that are problematic with this video, the statement that was released by Miss Universe after the leak, and where do I think the Miss Universe organization is going after this? Is it over? Can they recover from this? I'll just be sharing some of my thoughts when it comes to that. So the content of the video and basically what was said during this particular meeting is extremely alarming because for the past few years, Miss Universe has been going towards this route of inclusivity, of embracing everyone. For quite some years now, Miss Universe has accepted trans women, but recently, since JKN took over the organization, they started accepting married women, women with kids, women who are divorced, women of all ages, quite literally removing age limits. For as long as you're a consenting adult, you can join Miss Universe. All of this seems amazing. So many opportunities for everyone, basically. If you want to have a platform, you can go ahead and just join Miss Universe because this is the place that is welcoming and empowering for all women. But when you listen to the video, the song that is being sung is radically different. First of all, during this meeting, they talk about inclusivity as a marketing strategy to attract a wider audience that otherwise wouldn't be interested in Miss Universe at all. And you might ask yourself, why? Why is it that there's no public interest? Or why is it that the general public doesn't really pay attention to Miss Universe? Because they simply don't see themselves reflected in it. For most people, for the average person, pageantry seems like something from the 1900s. It's an idea that is no longer empowering because women don't really need these platforms anymore in order to express themselves, to break boundaries, to be rebellious, to just fight for their rights or speak their minds. Pageantry used to be that for a long time, but nowadays it's not. There are so many other ways in which you can get involved and you can have an advocacy and a project that do not require for you to join a pageant. And that is the first major red flag. What I found even more hypocritical from them to say is the fact that these women who don't fit the traditional mold, who are, coming from the inclusive part of Miss Universe, they can obtain a placement, but they cannot really win the competition. They mentioned that the placement in semifinals can be affected by the candidates' following and reach on social media. So basically, they don't just want anyone who is willing to work for the platform. They want you to be a social media influence who can bring them basically followers and sponsors. They also talked about the fact, and this is no secret, if you are a Miss Universe fan and you've been following closely for the past few years, this idea has come out quite often. Miss Universe is developing a reality show. When you think about it, oh, that's a great opportunity for us fans to get to know the girls, to see them closer, to, just see them in a different environment than the pageant environment. However, the problem is they're planning to use this reality show as a way to sell Miss Universe products, Miss Universe merchandise. As you know, they have developed a water line, they have developed a swimsuit, collection, they have developed the entire Miss Universe skincare line. So this is just going to be basically an infomercial for all of the things that Miss Universe has been working on behind the scenes. And at the end of it, it's just so alarming because basically the essence of the pageant, the essence of every single effort that is being done at the moment for the upcoming edition, it all goes back to money, to revenue, to making profit for an organization that, I mean, already has been struggling financially for years. And as I said earlier, it's okay for pageants to think as businesses because it is part of their survival. It is part of them being able to put up a new show every single year. But there has to be some sort of like ethical aspect behind it. It cannot just be crazy and savage and unmeasured consumerism and just trying to profit as much as possible from the audience. This entire narrative of the fake inclusivity and just accepting everyone, if you don't truly mean it, why would you accept a plus size woman? Why would you accept a trans woman? Why would you accept a mother, a divorced woman, knowing that you are putting them on the spot basically to get bashed and to get attacked left and right from people on social media who don't agree with these ideas just yet, who are not, used to seeing this type of woman in the competition, when you yourself don't believe that they can be the right person for the job that you're offering, but at the same time you know that you are not going to give them the job no matter how hard they try. Miss Universe 2023 was the most inclusive edition of the pageant up to date. For the very first time in the top 20, we had a plus-size woman, we had a trans woman, we had a mother, and you can keep counting all of the glass ceilings that were shattered that day. But after the video and all of these allegations, is it even real? Is it even fair? Can we trust the decision making of the judges? Why do they even have judges if this is the planning basically that they're doing, if they're putting this woman, this figure in these positions not because of merit, but because you think that it's going to advance your agenda of getting coverage on press, that getting more attention on social media, that is going to bring more sponsors, that is going to make you more money. Where is the integrity? Where is the credibility? Where is the leadership? Is that the message that you want to put out there when you're proclaiming to be a female empowerment platform, but in reality you're just using women for likes and views, and you're basically trying to make money off them? You don't really care about their stories, their struggles, and how they can inspire and impact other people's lives. All you care for is how these women are going to bring my pageant to the next level, and how they are going to allow me to build so many new branches and streams of income for an already struggling organization. Let's not hide the sun with a finger. Miss Universe has been struggling financially for years, and now that JKN is involved, JKN is also struggling financially. So they are using the girls and the inclusivity as just a way to save themselves. This is like the Titanic going down, and they're just trying as much as they can to throw water out the window using a bucket. It all makes sense when you think about Paula's last speech that night during the Miss Universe finals, when she resigned basically from her position as the president of the Miss Universe organization, when she talked about being a transformational leader is not just about using the term, but it's about acting like one. And I think that this particular leak just shows that nobody at Miss Universe really embodies what a transformational leader is. Where is the respect towards the national directors who every single year invest thousands of dollars buying Miss Universe franchises? There is not respect for the money, because it doesn't matter how ethical their national competitions are. It doesn't matter how fair they are, how many opportunities they give to their national title holders, because once these girls go to Miss Universe, the international version, they don't really have a chance in terms of their preparation, what the teams did for them, the efforts that they have put into this competition. It's all about following and money, and who's going to bring me more attention, and who's going to make me a bigger profit. So where is the respect towards them? Where is the respect when some of the national directors who had franchises for decades lose the franchise with barely any notice? It's not normal. And so far it has been justified as, like a business practice, and we're just thinking forward who can bring more value to the organization. But at the end of the day, it's not about value. It's about who can make more money for Anne and JKN and the people behind Miss Universe. They don't really care about the national directors. They don't really care about the girls. They just care about who's going to make me more money. At this particular point, I don't know about you, but I know about me as part of the audience, and as someone who puts hundreds of hours a month to create content about pageants. Someone who travels, I invest of my own money to go to these events, to support the girls, to support the organizations. I just feel like exploited because who is asking for Miss Universe skincare? Who is asking for Miss Universe swimsuit? Who is asking for a reality show? Who is asking for a Miss Universe cruise ship? Nobody. All we're asking is for a quality pageant. A pageant which uplifts the girls who join, a pageant which gives them opportunities, professional opportunities, a pageant that can be used as a stepping stone for these women. That is empowerment. That is inclusivity, giving everyone an equal chance, regardless of your skin color, of your body type, of your beliefs, of your background, but basically based on what you can bring to the table. As part of the audience, as a fan, I just feel very used. I feel like the women in the pageant were exploited. They were used to advertise products to a wider audience. There is no female empowerment. It's all about money. Miss Universe went ahead and put out a statement regarding this entire leak and the things that were said during the video, and basically they tagged everything on manipulation and saying that this footage and the audio has been tricked using AI or I don't know, whatever form of digital manipulation that we might have today. And for me, honestly, I did not read the entire statement because, first of all, ain't nobody got time for that. That's a long ass statement, and y'all already gave me enough information in the past few days with that video that was leaked and all of the things that have been going on with the organization. Recent stuff such as like feuding online with Paula Sugar. Like, can there be some respect between like current and former organization employees and staff? That's already messy enough. But quite frankly, if you take the time to read through this statement, to me it seems generated by AI. The same thing that they're using to justify the video and say this is someone created this and none of this was said and we are not in the wrong. This could have been very easily generated with ChatGPT because it's extremely generic. It says a lot without actually saying anything at all. We still have no explanation. There's no justification for what was said. And at the end of the day, there is an extreme lack of accountability. The fact that I went through the entire first paragraph and at no point I saw anything even close to we apologize, we were in the wrong, we will do better, we will correct the situation. They're basically just pointing fingers and saying we haven't done anything wrong, when clearly those words came out of certain people's mouths. So where do we go from here? Is there any way to save Miss Universe? Is there any way that they can recover from this entire thing? I'm a pageant fan. I'm a Miss Universe fan. I love the organization. I love the essence of it. And when I say that I love the organization, I'm not saying that I love Anne. I'm not saying that I love JKN or Raul or anyone. I love Miss Universe. I love what they stand for, what they have done, the legacy. But I think this is going to be a really difficult situation for them to get themselves out of it. It's really going to be hard to conquer the trust of pageant fans once again because it's just too much. We have clearly crossed a line that we can no longer go back. I will suggest to just take a step back. When I mean a step back, all of these people, management, owners, president, CEO, and Raul, everyone, just take a step back. Miss Universe is about the reigning queen. Miss Universe is about the women who compete, who work hard for the platform. But somehow, every single time that I see anything related to Miss Universe, the person that gets the least exposure as of right now is the reigning queen, is Shanice. You are running the pageant. You are not the center of the attention. You shouldn't be on the spotlight. You are not the person that we want to hear about, that we want to know about. Because unlike Anne, Shanice only has 1 year to be Miss Universe. Anne will be there for years to come. Or I mean, I don't really know anymore with how things are going with Miss Universe. I will strongly suggest that Miss Universe as an organization takes a deep look at themselves and they compare with other organizations, international organizations. They could be learning so much from pageants such as Miss International, for example, where you don't even hear about the owner. Honestly, like I went to Miss International and at some point I was in the same room as the owner of the pageant and I didn't even know who she was. I didn't know because it's all about the girls. It's all about the queens, their journeys, their stories, and what they have to offer to the audience. The management, the owners, the sponsors have nothing to do on those platforms. They have no business on stage. Learn from Miss Earth, which you can barely see Miss Lorraine on stage talking to the girls. If anything, she actually looks uncomfortable every single time that she is put on the spot, that there is a camera in front of her, because it's not about her. It's her pageant, granted, she is running it, but she's not there for the spotlight. Learn from Mr. Gerard, who is running Miss Supranational and Mr. Supranational. The man is the definition of a true leader. The man does everything it takes for these two pageants to shine and excel and every single year get better. But you don't hear from him. You don't hear about drama. If there's something going on behind the scenes, there's no business for us as pageant fans to know every single detail about it. If they're feuding within the organization, we don't care. We don't have to know why you hate each other. And that's exactly what is going on with Miss Universe right now. You know, actually, in terms of drama and tendencies and how things are going, Miss Universe is so much closer to Miss Grand than to any other organization in the world. And believe me, that really pains me to say that, because if you've been on this channel for a while, you know how I feel about Miss Grand and the way that they run their business. It's not about the competition. It's not about the girls. It's not about the way that they do things. It's about the things that are said by the people in power. And by following that path and kind of mirroring the things that are going on with this organization, I truly believe that Miss Universe is cheapening its brand. You know that I went to El Salvador this year. I supported Miss Universe. I supported the girls. The organization was actually very kind to the media. They were very accommodating. They were very generous with all of us. But that doesn't mean that we have to pretend like we don't see what's going on. Like we don't see that things are shifting and that they are going in the wrong direction. And remember that at the end of the day, Miss Universe is a beauty pageant. During the leak video, Anne said several times, what have they done up until now? They only gave us a pageant. Well, that's exactly what we were asking for. We don't want anything more than a pageant. I don't care about a reality show. I don't care about skincare products. I don't care about swimwear. I care about the girls. I care about their well-being. I care about them being respected. I care that if the organization wants to be inclusive, they truly believe in it and that it's genuine and that it's authentic. And that the girls who decide to join, who are not the typical mold of what Miss Universe used to be back in the day, that they feel welcomed. Because as of right now, if I was one of those people issued from diversity or inclusivity, I wouldn't feel safe or comfortable or welcomed joining Miss Universe. So, there you go, everyone. You asked for my opinion, and that's what I had to say. Thank you.